What's up, guys? Welcome to the Pink Butterfly. It's your girl, Lady Sylvia. How you doing? I'm in my bathroom filming again. Let me know if you guys like this bathroom setup. It's more convenient for me because the lighting is so awesome and I don't have to hold the camera. But I'm realizing there may be a bit of an echo. So if it annoys you guys too much, let me know and I will try to find an alternative filming spot. Otherwise, child, this is where we gonna be, okay? So today I want to talk about dead relationships and letting that ghost go. R.I.P. R.I.P. Okay, so I love Turner Classic Movies, and that's the channel that shows all the black and white movies. So last night I was watching a movie where this woman was a widow and her husband had died years and years ago, but some kind of way she met this ghost and she began dating this ghost. Now, there were real live human beings that wanted to date her and marry her and be with her, but she turned them all away because she was in love with this ghost. So it's like you turning away the real life living, breathing man who wants to take care of you and wants you to be his wife for this ghost. Like, he was dead, and it wasn't even the ghost of her husband. I could understand if she was holding on to the ghost of her husband, but she fell in love with a whole nother ghost. Like, where you picking up these ghosts from? Like, he was dead, like dead ghost, right? So that got me to thinking about how we do the same thing. We are in relationships with ghosts. Why do we continue to hang on to these ghosts and these dead relationships? Think about it. If you are in a relationship that you know is dead, why are you still there? Because what you're doing actually is, once you know the relationship is dead, that person that you're with every day, that is a ghost, because this relationship is dead. That is a ghost, and you are a ghost to them. This relationship is dead. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. However the little girl sing the song. But just let it go. And I know that's so much easier said than done, but I'm not telling you anything that I have not already done myself, or anything that I would never tell you to do something that I wouldn't do, or I wouldn't tell my son, or I wouldn't tell my daughter to do. And the reason I know that it can be done is because I did it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I want to examine some reasons, I guess, why people stay in dead relationships and they continue to be in love with a ghost. I think the number one reason is that people don't want to be alone. People have a fear of the unknown and they just don't want to be alone. Some people would rather put up with anything and everything just to say that they have somebody, or to maintain like appearances. Like, so a prime example, and this video is going to be geared more toward women because I'm a woman. I know lots of women. I can't speak on the male part because I'm not a man. So just gearing strictly toward women. Lots of women, I'll start with, we'll go in some type of sequential order. So we'll say married women. Lots of married women stay in dead relationships with that ghost of a husband simply because of fear. Because they don't think that they can either do better without him, they can't make it financially, they feel like, I've been here for this long, I might as well just stay. Some women don't want to give up their lifestyle. Some women don't want to give up the financial, I guess, freedom or luxuries that they have. They don't want to leave their house, whatever the case may be. But I just find like some women who are married, they stay in dead relationships and they stay with these ghosts for reasons that really don't add up to a hill of beans. And I know, before the married women jump on me, okay, I understand as a single woman who has never been married, I understand that, it's easy for me to say that because I'm not married and I have yet to, I've never been married, so it's easier said than done. Baby girl, I got that. I understand and I got that. And I would never tell anybody what to do. You are all grown. Everybody make their own decisions. Everybody make their own mistakes. Just like I have made mine, my daughter will make hers, and my son will make his. But what I am saying is, I kind of feel like you're selling yourself for what? Like, a lot of married women don't want to put their foot down or step out on faith or do whatever it is just because they feel like it's easier and more beneficial to stay where they are. But you're selling yourself short, because you're worth so much more than what you're getting. So you're in this dead relationship with this ghost of a husband just so you can live in a lap of luxury or whatever your comfort zone or whatever it is, but you are selling yourself short from what you really need and what you really desire. Then we have my sisters who are single mothers, and a lot of single mothers, not all of them because I am not one of them, but a lot of single mothers, they just feel like, well, I'd rather be in a relationship with him as opposed to nobody. You know, like, anybody is better than nobody, and that's a lie from the pit of hell. Why put yourself through so much drama, chaos, and confusion just to say I have somebody? Like, for what? I'd rather be at peace by my damn self than have to worry about you and what you doing and what you bringing home to me, and you poking me in the back at night trying to get some. The devil is a lie. Just to have a man is not a prize. A mate, whether it be a husband, a fiance, a boyfriend, a mate is an accessory, not a necessity. And when we get that through our minds, that will curb what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. And I don't expect that every woman should look for perfection, because, baby girl, you are not perfection and will never be perfection. However, don't put up with crap just to say you have somebody. Then we have the mother who does not want to part from her baby daddy because she does not want the child to be without the father. Newsflash. The guy can be a father without you having to be in the house and be in a relationship with him for him to have a relationship with his child. Lots of women try to use the child or children to keep the man, when in reality what you're doing is you're pushing him away. Don't think that he don't peep game and he don't see what's going on, that you only using the children to get at him, to stay with him, or to guilt him into staying with you. You know, men see a lot, but they don't say a lot, whereas we say so much that we don't see a lot, if that makes sense to you. Catch me in the spirit. But you have that woman who uses her kids to try to hold a man. That relationship is dead. This is a ghost. Let him go and be free and happy by yourself. Think about it. No matter if you're married, single, baby mama, whatever it is, think about this. What you're putting up with is way less. Let me backtrack. Let me put it like this. What you settle for, you actually get less than you settle for. So let's say you always wanted A, and that's your heart's desire is A. But because A is taking too long to get here, A can't never get it together, you just can't find A, or A can't find you, you settle for C. It's not real, I really want it, but I'm going to settle for C because A just taking too long to get here, or A got too many demands or too many whatever it is. I'm going to settle for C. When you want A and you settle for C, you really wind up getting Y. Is because you always get less than what you settled for. Now, I'm not saying you have to have this list of this perfect guy, because, baby girl, you're not a perfect girl. That's not what I'm talking about. Let's be grown-ups and let's be mature and move past finances and the way, the physical outlook and all that type of useless crap. I'm talking about, let's get to the heart of the matter. Let's get to where the rubber meets the road. Let's get to where it really counts. If you want A and you settle for C, you gonna get Y. You always get less than what you settle for. For what? Now you gotta do so much more work and you waste more time dealing with Y than if you would have just stuck it out a couple more days, weeks, months, hours, whatever it is, until you got A. But a lot of women, which brings me to my next category of women, is just a single woman with no kids who just feel like she's got to hurry up and do this and be married by this age and be a partner in her law firm by this age and got to have kids by this age. You're on this society-driven imaginary time clock in your mind thinking that you have to do this, this, and this by a certain age. So you settle for whatever you can get when you get close to that predetermined age that you have set forth in your mind, or what your mama tell you, what your granny said, or whatever. This is your life. You don't make a move and don't move a muscle and don't jump a broom. Don't become anybody's mama. Don't become anybody, fiance, girlfriend, whatever it is, until you are absolutely 100% ready. Don't let a biological clock or a society timeline tell you what you're supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be doing it, and how you're supposed to be doing it. The only person that can tell you that is God, and God all alone, okay? So then you get in these relationships constantly, one after another. Rob, Peter, Ronnie, Ricky, Mike, Bobby, everybody, because you're looking for the one, because you got to have all of this stuff done in this certain time frame that you concocted in your mind. That's dead relationships. You going from one dead relationship to another dead relationship to another dead relationship, trying to fulfill an imaginary timeline. For what? Let that ghost go. I would even go as far as to say, let the ghost of your imaginary timeline go. If Sarah had a baby when she was 90 something, surely your little egg's gonna be all right when you're 42. You're gonna be fine. And if you don't have kids by the time your mindset, the predetermined time you wanted to have kids, then obviously it wasn't in the cards for you. Okay? Everybody's not meant to be a mother. Everybody's not meant to be a father. Everybody's not meant to be a wife. Everybody's not meant to be a girl or a boy, hell, whatever. Everybody has, from the beginning of earth, Jeremiah 29:11, before I formed you in your belly, I knew you. God had a plan laid out for your life long before your mama ever met your daddy. And he didn't need your help or your advice or your timeline to help him with what he wants to do with you and for you. So I just want to encourage anybody that's in a dead relationship. Oh, and there's one that I forgot. Thank you, Holy Spirit, that just came to me. Relationships are not only husband and wife and fiancés and girlfriend, boyfriends, but it's friendships too. If you have a dead friendship, bye Ghost, bye Felicia. If that person is not encouraging you and motivating you to grow deeper in God, grow higher spiritually, and become the highest, most self-aware person that you can be, if that person is not as great of a person to you as you are to them, and you start to realize that it is actually bothering you, bye-bye. Tell that ghost goodbye. R.I.P. You got to go. Don't stay in dead friendships. And with some friends, you're better off having enemies. They say keep your enemies close, but keep your friends closer. Everybody that's on your team is not in your corner. Please believe me. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in my daughter's life. I've seen it in other friends' life. People who start out saying that they're your friends and they're your family and they this and they that. They will lie on you, talk about you, steal from you. They will any and everything. Okay? With friends like that, you don't need enemies. And while we on it, some family members you might have to R.I.P. to, okay? Just because we got the same blood running through our veins don't mean that we got the same heart pumping in our chest. So some people you just gonna have to snip, 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 and cut. So I just want to encourage people to let go of the dead relationships. All these men in this movie that were living live, real human men wanted to marry this woman, but she couldn't see the forest for the trees. She's so in love with the dead relationship that the blessing God was trying to bring to her, she wouldn't have nothing of it because she in love with a ghost. Did you catch that? God kept trying to bring her man after man to say, I'm the blessing, I'm the one, because she would not leave this dead relationship and being in love with this ghost. She missed her blessing. And at the end of the movie, she died and still wasn't with the ghost. He was with another chick. How about that?